You're about to hear the most informative, inspirational, persuasive show in America, the James A. Hendricks School of Leadership.
Stop tripping, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Stop tripping. Okay, all over Midland, Odessa, I've been hearing about the spread of COVID-19. You know, people tell me about it. I'm looking on the news. I mean, okay, I'm not doubting that it's here and everything. But at the same time, let me tell you something. You know, at some point, the media is going to try to bring back this same old story. My fellow Americans, whatever happened to common sense? Wash your hands. Make sure you're getting plenty of vitamin C. I mean, if you have a fever and all of this stuff, stay home. Now, I realize it can cause some worse symptoms in others, okay? But good grief, this is a repeat. Okay? Now, that's not all. That's all I'm going to say about that. Because I'm not getting my audience upset. I'm not getting myself upset. Why should we be? Why should we be? We are winning. And the left is foaming at the mouth, on the ground, kicking a temper tantrum. Because deep down, some of them know that we are winning. Okay, so my question is, we're going to analyze a couple of stories. Okay. I'm asking you to be patient with me. But this episode is called Trump, Yes or No. Okay. Trying to find some interesting stories, but it's kind of hard. Look, I'm a megamaniac. Okay, I'm a megamaniac. And so sometimes I'm going to talk about this. Okay, so officials have found debris from this fighter jet that supposedly the pilot ejected himself safely, but the ship flew on. Interesting. But I'm trying to find something in the scene that is but I think we got a war regarding the soul of America. Here's a story from CBN News. Kevin McCarthy asking for an 8% spending cut. Border wall in bed to avoid government shutdown. You know, I love that in some ways. I love that. But let's be honest with you. Sadly, you think the Democrats are going to vote for a wall? No. Especially with someone in the White House. And here's another story from CBS News. Trump faces a big rift with pro-lifers after opposing heartbeat laws. Uh-oh. Now, hold on now. I'm going to tell you something. When he first ran in 2016, I was opposed to Trump. And that's going to sound strange coming from me. And I don't necessarily... I mean, I trust CBN News, but at the same time, one thing I learned about journalism in some ways is you've got to be able to separate facts from fiction and truth from propaganda. Because sadly, and I'm just going to be honest with you, the newsmakers on both sides of the aisle, both parties, and even well-meaning people, tend to make it sensational. Trump, yes or no? The one thing I think he has towards his advantage, regardless of what anybody may say, is this. Before he entered the White House in 2017, he was not a career politician. He was a businessman. I remember when I was studying public administration briefly, my organizational theory course, we talked about the idea of whether government should be ran by like a business. And sadly, though, we failed to really address that. I think it'd be nice to have someone outside who's actually a businessman to do some independent research with, okay, I'm not a numbers guy or anything, but I'm going to say this. With empirical data of what shows us what it means to have government run like a business. Trump stands for that. Okay? Trump stands for that. Trump, yes or no? Now, I know there's so many other candidates out there. But let me ask you. How many of them are career politicians? How many of them have violated conservative principles? You know, my alter ego, JR, is often fond of saying, sadly, none of us have clean hands anymore. And we don't. We don't. We do stupid things. We say stupid things. Let me tell you something. I'm aware of all the hysteria that goes around me. But I'm keeping strong. God knows me and loves me and cares about me. I seek revelation from Him daily. Who are we going to believe? The lies from the puppet masters that are going to be preaching hysteria to everybody? Or are we going to believe the still small voice? Today, for some reason, I was doing some podcasting. This afternoon, this evening, I had a spike. I suffer from bipolar disorder. I had a spike in depressive psychosis. And I've had to literally get onto myself and say, Jimmy, stop living in fear. But if you listen to the puppet masters from the media and others, is, oh, be afraid. Be afraid. Be afraid. Be afraid. No. We have to stop this. I'm going to say this, and this is going to probably be controversial. Probably going to make some people mad. I would rather die than live in fear. I refuse to live in fear. And you want to know why? Because sometimes in my mind, I have to conquer some fears every day. I don't need externals from the world around me to say, oh, be afraid, be afraid, be afraid, be afraid. I mean, come on. I lived with that for 9 months I lived with that for 9 months in the inner city, Arlington, Texas. I remember once, okay, I'm going to give you an athletic analogy, okay? Please forgive me. I'm a big fan of athletic swimming. And I think if I could have, I probably would have done, maybe I would have continued all the way through high school and all the way through college on the swim team and maybe even Olympics, because I think it's a beautiful sport. But there was one day, we was in practice. I wasn't a part of the team anymore, but coach looked at me like I was an honorary member of the team. And he gave this young lady for us to design a workout. Everybody else was standing in the shallow end, chanting, screaming, hell no, we won't go. I was in the water, ready to go. And coach come, slammed the door of his office and he said, do you boys want to do the 500 fly? Nothing. If you don't want to do the 500 fly, I suggest you do what you said. He said, turn to me and he said, James Anthony, you're the one kid that didn't listen to the others. You lead the way. But Jimmy, inflation was, I know. We got a recession. Inflation's kicking our butt. I'm well aware of that. And fentanyl coming in from Mexico. And our kids. I mean, most of my nieces and nephews, except for maybe a couple, and some of my great nieces and nephew are still young. But I worry about what kids are being taught these days. And that's why I need to take this country back. Okay, if you can show me a better candidate than Trump, who can run it with common sense conservatism, and I mean common sense conservatism across the board, then tell me. I would tell that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has become more conservative. If that's the case, fine. He may be. Let me tell you something. I don't care what the party is. If there's a Democrat running, and he's living in the bottom by conservative primitives, I would vote that way. Very rare nowadays. But you catch any of them that don't go by the principles of what I think make this country great, you will not catch that. Now, I've done a few choke votes. I did one choke vote back in 2008 because I was not too starstruck with John McCain. At the same time, folks, come on. Listen to me. Are you going to give in to the madness and the hysteria around you? My fellow Americans, conservatives, federalists, we are winning. If you can show me a better candidate who can live by conservative principles and maybe has a little bit more of a track record outside of Washington, do it. Otherwise, Trump, yes or no? I'm sorry, guys, but that's the way I see it. But give me the indictments, please. Who do you think keeps manufacturing this crap? I'm pro-life. Alright, so Trump may oppose the heartbeat bills. Let me ask you something. Does he have the power to override the judiciary? Nope. Constitution doesn't say that. My show is, we go beyond political. I prefer to do that and do constitutional first, leadership second, and political third. You might say, but Jimmy, why? To give you guys hope. I'm telling you something. There is enough fear going on in this world right now. There is enough. I do my best not even... I read the news. I don't watch it. I don't watch TV. Oh, no, Jimmy, you're over the top. No, I read books. I like to watch stuff that's like on personal development stuff, you know? That's me. Why? But they was like, but Jimmy, you're crazy, you don't make any sense. Why? Because I don't want to expose my life to feeling trash. How about that? I did that for 9 months. I refuse to go through that again. Okay? Yeah, okay. I've turned a little bit into a preacher. My rant got interrupted yesterday. But you guys know why I'm here. To bring peace. To bring hope. To bring strength. To bring joy. And why? Because too many people are living in fear right now. Too many people are, just eating the pudding and let the government take away my fruit. Wake up! Whew! You're gonna make me that soon enough. Okay, with that, I hope you enjoy listening to the James A. Hendricks School of Leadership. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of the James A. Hendricks School of Leadership class community. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others want. And do what others want so you can have what others can't. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. And remember this from the bottom. Oh, and also keep up hope and faith. Jesus saves, all be okay. Guys, I love you.